All right, and welcome back to the Good Green Home Show with Rich Christakis and Shawna Coronado. We have a special guest today. We have Barry Green, fourth generation. Am I getting that correct? Owner.
Fifth, actually.
Fifth generation owner of the Jonathan Green Lawn Care Company. And Jonathan Green products, it's not just lawn fertilizers and grass seed. They have a new American lawn process that Barry and his team have come up with, and it's a very exciting, and this is going to be the future of lawn care in the United States. And he's here to talk to us today about the new American lawn process that's catching on across the USA. How's it going, Barry?
Oh, it's going great. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, yeah. Welcome aboard.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We've always been very excited to deal with Alsip Nurseries, great partners, and a great spokespeople for the new American lawn, which, as Richard said, is it's really catching on. It's you feel good about it. You feel good about it because you're working with nature.
What is it exactly?
Well, the new American lawn, we try to distill it down to just a few sentences. It's planting genetically superior grass when you need to plant grass, which is Black Beauty, into healthy, biologically active soil. I know that's a mouthful, but so my new sales manager said, Barry, it's too much. He said, you've got to get it down to a message that the average person is going to understand and remember. And he said, the new American lawn is as easy as USA. And I said to him, his name is Mark. I said, Mark, what does USA stand for? He says, use Black Beauty grass seed, stimulate soil biology, and adjust soil pH upward with Magic Cow. So that's it, USA. And now we refined it even a little bit more. And this is what the team at Alsips is going to see in the store and on our radio commercials and videos this spring. We've gotten it down to feed your lawn and feed your soil. And that's the big difference. Mm-hmm. Everybody else feeds the lawn. All they can talk about is, throwing down fertilizer or adjusting, or using pesticide products to kill weeds and insects. And yeah, sometimes you need to do that. But that's not the be all and end all. If you want to have a great lawn, you have to have good soil. And if you work with nature, you work with the soil biology, you're going to have a great lawn, such a thick lawn. There's no these other problems. Frankly, they just aren't much of a problem because the lawn outcompetes it. Mm-hmm. So that's the process. It's an exciting story. I sat down with a buyer at one of the co-ops just about a week ago. And I said to them, after Mark and I had made this whole presentation, we said, what do you think of it? And the lady buyer, her name was Lauren, said, this is very compelling. She said, very compelling. She said, I feel so good about what I'm doing for my own little piece of the planet now. And she said, I can sell this story. Mm-hmm. I can sell this story to our members. So,
what I'm still not understanding, is it an organic product? What is it exactly?
The key ingredients are all organic. So when the USA idea, the second letter is S. That stands for stimulate soil biology. Well, we have a product called Love Your Lawn, Love Your Soil. Mm-hmm. You just put it down with a spreader, just as you would fertilizer. But it contains dihydrate gypsum, L-amino acids, molasses,
so it's
calcium.
all natural.
I call it super gypsum, basically. It's like gypsum on steroids. Mm.
That's exactly right. It's like a super gypsum. Now, what does gypsum do? It opens the soil. It aerates the soil. It makes it so water and nutrients can go deep into the soil. But it also feeds the soil biology because the L-amino acids are actually the proteins that build the bridges between the microbes in the soil and the root hairs of the grass plant. Now, we don't want to make this a science lesson here, but, it is important to understand that that there is a symbiotic relationship, a positive relationship between the roots of the grass plant or the grass plant itself and the microbes in the soil. The grass actually, they call it exudates. The grass exudes chemicals and nutrients to the microbes, and the microbes feed the grass plant. So it's a two-way bridge. And if that bridge exists, then you're going to have healthy soil and a healthy lawn. If it doesn't, and what breaks the bridge is the excessive use of pesticides. And we're not, by the way, we're not against the use of pesticide products when and where they're needed. There are times when you're going to have grubs. There are times when you're going to have a fungus, and certainly weeds can be an issue. But that should not be our entire program. I think the average person, there's too much talk in our industry about killing something. Kill the weeds, kill the insects, kill the disease. Well, you can kill all of those, and you can eliminate all of that and still have a lousy lawn. What we're saying is, concentrate on building the soil up.
Prevention.
And you're suggesting using less chemicals to build hairier roots on the grass roots, so that therefore the roots are strengthened. That means they need less water over time as well, right?
That's exactly right, because their roots are going to go deeper. They're going to find water. There's going to be more of them. On a square inch of soil, of ground, it can only support about 25 grass plants. Well, if that soil is thick with grass plants, there's no room for the weeds.
Right.
The grass is shading the weeds, so you don't. You are working with nature, and nature. The saying we use is nature abhors a vacuum, and if there's a space, it's going to get filled. So you can eliminate all the weeds in the spring, and now it comes summer, and your soil's not really healthy, and your grass isn't strong enough, and it gets under stress. Well, what's going to fill in the bare spot? Another weed. It's a vicious cycle. We want to break the cycle, and honestly, organic products are essential, and here's why. And this is, I don't know that the average person knows this, but it's important for the listener to understand. The reason organics are very, very important in lawn care is that organics feed the plant through the soil. You put them on the ground, the soil microbes break them down, and they turns them into a liquid, and the plant absorbs it through the roots. The plant should feed through the roots. When you use chemical fertilizers, which are fast release, chemical products, they're not absorbed through the roots. They turn into a liquid and are absorbed through the crown and the stem more than the roots.
That was Barry Green, president of the Jonathan Green Lawn Care Company. Barry, that was an excellent interview, and thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. Stick around, because we're going to have a few messages from our sponsors, and we'll be right back on the Good Green Home Show.
Do you want to stop garden insects before they become a problem? Bonide All Seasons Horticultural Spray is your answer and will stop your garden insects before they hatch. Early spraying smothers most insect eggs left behind by last year's plant-destroying insects. Bonide's All Season Horticultural Spray Oil will destroy insect eggs in early spring, and if used throughout the season, will control all stages of insects. Bonide All Season Spray Oil is recommended for use on shade trees, fruit trees, shrubs, roses, and ornamental plants. Bonide All Seasons Horticultural Spray Oil is easy to use and an all-natural product that can be used all season long. Bonide products are family-made in America. All Seasons Horticultural Spray Oil is available at your local hardware store, garden center, or farm feed store, or go to bonide.com for a retailer near you.
Have you ever had a great idea, something truly innovative that changed the way you live? Well, here's an idea you can put into practice that just might change the way you look at the world. If you want your lawn to be as green as it can be, why not use the best product you can find? It all starts with this, Black Beauty grass seed from Jonathan Green. Sure, there's a wealth of grass seeds to choose from, but Jonathan Green is a brand that rises above the rest. Genetically dark green in color, this seed has been used by sod growers for years nationwide. For generations, the experts at Jonathan Green have sought to combine their scientific research with the specific applications that suit your individual lawn care challenges. What you see is what you get, and what you see is a lawn you can be proud of. Quite honestly, a Black Beauty lawn will redefine what a green lawn is supposed to look like. I know, you're probably thinking, I just don't have the time to make my lawn look like that. That's the best part. By following a few simple steps, you can be on your way to a lush green lawn in no time. And you don't have to be a lawn expert. Jonathan Green has invested many resources to research and develop their products so they perform exactly how you need them to. Black Beauty turf grasses possess an invisible waxy coating, very similar to what you would find on an apple, which helps to preserve the moisture in the blades of grass and helps to ward off stress from heat, cold, wind, and disease. With roots that can grow 4 feet deep into the soil, Black Beauty grass is meant to last. And at the end of the day, it's about enjoying the fruits of your labor. Black Beauty grass seed from Jonathan Green can help you paint the pretty pictures you've dreamed about. Time-honored tradition, scientific innovation, superior products. Jonathan Green, 5 generations of naturally beautiful lawns and gardens.